Right now, at this exact moment, Earth is waiting for a whisper from the dark. A single message, sent to a machine 11.6 billion miles away. It left Earth 3 weeks ago. The answer won't arrive for almost 2 days. When it does, it will come as a 22-watt signal so faint that a telescope the size of a house will strain just to catch it. And NASA is listening. Listening for proof that something we sent into the void is still alive. Still talking. Still listening back. This is what it sounds like when the whole planet holds its breath and waits for an answer from the stars. Let's talk about distance for a second. Voyager 1 is 167 times farther from the Sun than you are right now. That single measurement, 1 astronomical unit, is the distance from Earth to the Sun, about 93 million miles. Voyager has gone 167 of those distances away into the void. The numbers become abstract fast. So let's use time instead, because time is what breaks your brain here. Light from the Sun reaches you in 8 minutes. Light from Voyager 1 takes 23 hours. 23 hours. That's a full day plus nearly another full day before a message even arrives at the edge of what we built. And that's just one way. You send a command to Voyager. It takes 23 hours to arrive. Voyager receives it, processes it, sends back a status report. Another 23 hours. You get an answer. 46 hours have passed. You sent a message into the dark and waited the better part of 2 days to learn if anything heard you at all. The spacecraft is older than the internet. Older than most people reading this. It was launched in 1977. It has been traveling, non-stop, without slowing down, for 49 years. 49 years of open dark. And it just keeps going. But here's what almost nobody knows, and this is important. NASA is doing this right now. Not as nostalgia, not as a memorial to a dead mission, as an active, ongoing conversation. Every time the spacecraft sends back data, every time something happens out there, NASA receives it. A facility in Canberra, Australia, home to one of the most powerful listening dishes on Earth, points at a specific part of the sky and listens. The dish is 210 feet across. Bigger than the Statue of Liberty is tall, and what it's listening for is almost not there. A 22-watt signal. To put that in scale, a car headlight is about 60 watts. 22 watts is roughly the power of a string of Christmas lights. Now imagine those Christmas lights are 11 billion miles away. Imagine you need them bright enough to detect through an antenna the size of a building. Imagine the signal travels through cosmic radiation, solar wind, the background noise of the universe itself. Voyager 1 was never meant to live this long. Its power supply was designed for a 10-year mission. It ran out of power for most of its instruments decades ago, so NASA shut them down. Then it shut down more, and more, until only the essential systems remained. The radio, the data transmitter, the antenna, everything else went dark. But even now, after 49 years, even as the power dwindles toward nothing, Voyager is still sending, still speaking back to Earth, and Canberra is still listening. Every few days, a signal comes back, a simple message, a status report, proof of life from the edge. So what is so important that NASA justifies the cost, the power, the listening? What is Voyager saying that's worth an entire facility dedicated to a single, fading voice in the dark? It's not sending home pictures of new planets. It's not discovering civilizations. It's doing something that sounds boring until you understand what it means. It's sending home data, telemetry, status updates, information about the solar wind, cosmic rays, the interstellar medium. It's asking, how are you? Are you still working? What do you see out there at the edge of everything? But here's the thing that changes everything. Here's the part that makes your chest tighten. Voyager 1 is going to outlive every person listening to this. It will be traveling through the dark long after every human being on Earth is gone. Long after civilization as we know it is unrecognizable. The spacecraft doesn't have a destination. It was never supposed to come home. It's a message in a bottle, drifting between stars, carrying with it the golden record, music and greetings and the voices of children saying hello to whatever might be listening in the dark. And NASA knows, has known for years, exactly when the conversation will end. The power is failing. The signal is already barely audible. In a few years, maybe sooner, the whisper will become silent. The answer will stop coming, and Voyager will drift on, alone, carrying the last voice it ever heard from home. We live in a time of instant connection. A message to someone on the other side of the world arrives in seconds. We expect answers immediately. We've never had to wait. But right now, someone at NASA is waiting for 45 hours for a signal from a machine that was built before their parents met. Right now, a kid in school, in Australia, working at that Canberra facility, is part of a conversation that no other species, as far as we know, has ever had. A conversation with something sent from home that will outlast home. That will be traveling through the dark billions of years after the Earth is gone. That is an act of faith. That is a prayer sent to the stars. That is one of the only truly permanent things humanity has ever made. And the signal is fading. The clock is ticking. The conversation is getting quieter. But right now, today, they are still listening. The message is still going out. The answer is still coming back. For a little while longer. The dark knows we're here. Somewhere right now, a signal is being sent into the void. Somewhere in Australia, a dish the size of a building is pointed at the dark. Someone is waiting. Again. The answer hasn't arrived yet. It will take almost 2 days. And when it does, no one will know if it's the last message Voyager will ever send, or if the conversation will continue. That's what unsettles me. That's what I can't stop thinking about. We sent something into the dark that will outlast us. And we're having to listen harder and harder just to hear it say it's still there.